you name it. I get it. Everybody trying to resell they 25 pairs that they got and everything. That's cool. Me, I I get one to rock. I get one to stock. That's it. That's not what I'm here for. As the average person that's here in the artifact ecosystem, hey, I'm here for it. I love it. I love everything that's happening. I love the conversation. I love the fact that people want to voice their opinion. I like the fact that the moderators don't shut that down. So I've been trying to get up an artifact for a long time. My first little comment was like, "Is this a place for rich people?" Because I can't afford any of this shit, right? But I was patient. I waited. I waited for the hype to die a little bit. I waited for a little FUD to get sprinkled in there, and here I am. You know what I'm saying? Two clones later, one dunk later. You know, I'm here for it. Um, I've been wanting to say something, in the spaces, but I'm kind of shy, just a little bit. And I'm new too. So I mean, I know y'all got y'all little, like your little crew, like everybody I see is always the same people coming up here and stuff. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know, just from a newcomer, bro, I'm here for it. I can't wait to see my dunks. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to level up to one of the Mirakamis, dog. Like all that. I'm here for it. So yeah, that's all I want to say.
Man, Freeze came in hot day one. This is why we need y'all to jump in here. The fuck? Why y'all sitting down there shy? We we need we
Hey, for
need y'all
real,
up here. Come
yo,
on.
check it out. It'd be the ones. It'd be the ones that be so critical of the whole project that don't want to say anything, and that drives me crazy. Look, I'm an OG humanoid. I don't know if y'all know who the humanoids is. Man, we done been through the. I could write a book. Okay, I could write a book, but I done seen this space. I done watch it grow, all that, and it'd be the ones that be so hypocritical of, or just critical about a project that don't want to say shit. Say open your mouth, closed mouth don't get fed. You can call me Unc. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't learn a lot throughout all of this, like the whole Web3 just being introduced with everything. Like I peep everybody like 1 year is 85 years to them. I get it. Y'all want it now. You want it now. But in the real world, shit don't work like that. If you work like me, I work in sprints. I got, we do scrums and stuff. Like we got to do, we got to do all kind of approvals. Like it got to run through a committee first, and like all this stuff. Like nothing don't just happen. Like you can't have it like you doing Web3. Like this is a blessing, to be honest. So
Hey, we definitely gonna need you around. You got all sorts of good takes. He's getting, y'all heard scrums. That's for the people who aren't in project management or in any of those like deep organizational lives. Like he's serious. He's not just doing some stuff just to throw it at a wall. So Freeze, we appreciate you joining, man. I hope you stick around and you just keep chiming in. Definitely enjoy the energy.
absolutely, man. Y'all learn a little bit more about me as time goes. That's not the only thing I touch. You know what I'm saying?
Clones are always multi-talented and beautiful. I think Fawn coined that. Um, but let's throw it to Create, then we'll go to Fawn and Kane.
Yeah, what's good, fam? Yeah, I was gonna say Freeze. That's a great first impression, man. Um, I'm in the same boat as you, and good on you for just coming up and speaking. It's pretty much just like solitude that keeps us together. I know you tune into these lives, so good on you for coming up and just preaching truth. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this light today. Uh, Number one, okay, I guess I'll cover the ghosts real quick. I mean, they're fire. Easy. Enough said. That's it. Case closed. Open it up to the public. Let's roll. Secondly, I'm kind of bummed the Fortnite shit ain't launching today because I got to bounce for family time next week, so I probably won't be able to play it unless I do something. But that's pretty much it. I'm stoked to see y'all at Complex Con this weekend. It's just going to be fire. Oh, also, lastly, I'm gonna pull out a pair of dead stock off whites for that John. So I'm stoked, and I'll see you guys in a couple days.
Man just said he's gonna flex on us like that. That's some shit. That's some shit.
Yo, I'm the white
I
Dre Millie though. I'm the white Dre Millie, like on God. You, I know, I only spent a little bit of time with you, Cass, and you, Billy, but like, it's all good. I got to pull up. I got to represent. So it's going to be a fun time. I'm really stoked to see you guys.
My man said he got that drip. That's what he says, man. Got that
Well, I
drip,
got
baby.
no.
Don't
I'm
you?
bro. I told you, and you know, but I'm 6'6". I've been doing that gym challenge all year. I'm fucking built right now, bro. I'm the white Dre Millie. Just watch.
Hey, let's go, my guy. Let's go. That's what I
Hey,
like to hear.
3v3 basketball. I got Dre and Create. Dibs already.
Easy,
Dibs.
easy. That game's already won, bro. Just pay us. It's over.
All right, I'm running the books at the the complex on breaks. We about to make sure everybody goes home paid. Fawn, what is up? The queen herself has joined us. We appreciate you coming through. So, Fawn, give us the ghost breakdown. What you think?
Look, all I can say to you right now is the girlies are happy about this. Like, come on, this is literally what I asked for. As soon as we we got the reveal, I was like, okay, a couple of things need to happen. It cannot be the OG. Like, that is just disrespectful. You guys took that away. I love it. The ghost, I agreed. After actually looking at the OGs, I was like, okay, I can see how they could be a little bit whiter and a little bit more different. Dre, I take it back. I see why they were a little bit too close together after that Spaces. So I was like, okay, it would be nice if they kind of rejigged it a little bit and made it a little bit more white. And they did that. And then clones and dunks getting access is something that I literally messaged Cass saying, this is what needs to happen. We need first dibs and then let it go to public because we want everyone to buy some of these. So I couldn't be happier, to be honest with you. I am absolutely going to be getting a pair. I've also spoke to a couple of my girlfriends and they've all been like, yes, this is the one. This is what's going to onboard me. So that's pretty exciting as well. But yeah, I mean, I think it's like really important. I did say this to Rose Jade actually the other day. It's like we had two spaces that were like so long, and I'm not talking about anyone on the team because obviously Anya was up on the space, but it was literally me and Rose Jade were the only women on that space giving our opinions. So like I think it's really important to note the fact that like this will be able to onboard so many more women because like I said before, Ferry, love you, but black trainers, bad man trainers. So I'm really, really glad that they were able to kind of resolve this. I think most people are happy that it's going to public sale after we all like spoke about it and kind of said, okay, we need more people to like come and enter in the ecosystem, but also just make sure that we get first priority. So I'm really happy, to be honest. Yeah, definitely copying.
You know, you see Ferry's picture she dropped in the comments of her Batman trainers right now. What is going on? She in LA losing her mind. What y'all out here
I
doing?
know, I saw. Apparently LA is raining at the moment, so apparently it's their fault, which we bring the weather where we go. England is like known for that. So I'm sorry on behalf of all the Brits.
We appreciate that apology. Thank you very much, because this sucking now. This ain't what we used to.
Can I just say that it looks like Fairy's been mowing the lawn in those bad boys for like 10 years and she don't even got a lawn to mow. So like I am very confused. Like that is rough. Oh,
What are they
but
doing? They went on a hike or something? Moonwalking or in the rain or something? What's going on, Ferry?
hey, these LA straights are brutal on the shoes. Y'all protect the kicks. But glad to know the London baddies are gonna be stepping out in some dunks. We need that. We definitely I think that's a if I'm gonna even myself thinking about it, I like all sorts of design and colors and aesthetics and shoes, and I definitely agree a lot of people were right on the needing lighter colorways for like public access, but it was also one of those things I feel like I don't think it would have came up if people weren't talking about it, and it's definitely like a product of like this group and everybody that just continuously just provides their input because yeah, I feel like the OG was the light colorway But then it was like, oh damn, that one hits so hard. Nobody really wants these dark colorways. Let's get some more light up in the world. So it's just yeah, universal timing. The beauty of being in this like crazy Web3 space where we can just kind of all build together. But Kane, the other rookie of the year, him and Sophie. I swear these are like the two like clone rookies of the year that came out of the gates just like I feel like this time last year and didn't even know who they were, and now it's like, bro, if Kane's not dropping like something on my timeline, I feel like he might be dead. So I'm glad.
No, those gifs he coming out with yesterday, he was cranking them
Yeah,
out the
bro.
park, man. That was crazy. Kane, that's what I'm gonna say. Like dude's daddy from Minister Society, because his voice is so deep. Kane. You
Yo,
probably
I
don't even
just
know. You probably
I
never seen that before.
I just had like one question. So on the sneakers like announcement, there was a link that's supposed to drop today, dunks.rtfkt.com. Is that still coming, or it's got delayed like Fortnite?
That is a good question. I think that one is still in the works. I'm not going to comment yet, but as you guys know, things are moving and shaking, and sometimes the exact day doesn't line up. It's unfortunate, but a lot of stuff coming, and that website specifically is just it's going to be one of those ones to just make sure people know what's going on in the story and whatnot, and learn more. But Compisha is here with his hand up, stealing the old shadow trick. 30 seconds in, got to have the hand up. So let's hear what you got to say, Shadow. I mean, Compound.
Bro, I had to come up here because it's the second time today that I've heard someone call it a GIF, and it's just not how you say it. Can't be calling them GIFs out here. Frank, Dre, and then I had to come up and back up Fawn because I did send these pictures out to a few non Web3 people, and the responses were crazy. And most of them were females. The girls are super excited about having a light color. They were worried about the darker colors and how they would match them, but as soon as they saw these, they were super excited. So I had to get those off my chest. Gifts. Good job on the gifts, Kane.
Wait, did I say gifts or did I say gifs?
Frank sent me a thumbs
You
down.
said the peanut butter.
Frank.
Get me together, man. Get me together here, Comp, man. We're a team, bro. I represent you, represent me, man.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you.
Hey, well, Comp, I appreciate you fixing everybody's vocabulary. Dre, to reward him on Friday, I'm going to give him the best drink I ever gave him. And this is going to be even better than the one from the Clone X LA event this time years ago. So, yeah, we got you, Compound.
Protect your neck, my guy. Protect your neck.
I'm not drinking if Cass is anywhere near the bar, bro. I'm not touching it.
Hey, it's LA house party vibes. Come on, we just having fun. You making me sound like I'm a bad host. Damn. Fawn, what's good? Save me.
I was just going to say two things. Number one, this is the last that you'll see of me for the next 3 to 4 days. Vega and Yobs and Ferry know that I was really like searching Skyscanner up until about yesterday afternoon, thinking my Delulu self thought that I was going to get on a flight today because I was just so sad that I was going to miss ComplexCon. Didn't make it happen, so I'm not going to be there. So I'm very bitter about it, and I'm going to try and avoid Twitter and Instagram as much as possible. I'm going to block you all so that I don't get the FOMO, because it's really running deep in my veins at the moment, and I'm just like cursing the world that like I was not born in LA, because 2023 has been good to the American clones, but has also been very good to the LA clones, and it upsets me to my core that we're being slept on in Europe, in the UK. We deserve better than this. Justice for us in 2024. Let me just say that. But then also, I am also due to host a space right now, so I'm gonna jump off, and I just want to say love you all.
First off, the US already won. And second off, LA just works. We just do it. We just do the damn thing. But you always invited, and we coming through one day. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, we definitely coming through. Please believe that. Get the Queen's English together because we coming to wreck shop. But yo, we was talking about this yesterday. The whole LA, because you're not the only person who brought that up. The whole LA point, right? The thing about LA being so impactful with the events is that we curate them from the ground up, man. Clonex LA has been out here grinding from the jump. From this time last year, around this time last year, we were setting up for Designer Con. Shout out to the homie Frank for that, right? And then it just never stopped from there. Art Basel, we did the Clonex LA, went up to
We
Utah
also have
for
to
the
add
event.
in, Dre, that just, for the record, the official historical Rtfkt Clone X community record that Clone X LA was and is and will always be
The
the
first.
premier clone group.
And
So I mean, I
where'd
don't
you
know how to
find that?
help anyone else that wasn't a part. By the way, Fawn, it's you don't want to be born in LA. It's wonderful that you were born, but you can always migrate here. You can always come here. It's and I love the rain. I don't know what they talking about. I love this rain. Keep bringing it.
No, man. Tony told me it never rained in Southern California. They lied to me. But you are more than welcome to come for real. We will open you with open arms. You know that. But
But
please
it will
believe
open you with
we've
open
been,
arms. How do we
we
open
would
someone
love you with
with
open
open
arms.
arms?
We've been putting on this. We've been putting on
Pause.
the map of everything that's happened clone wide. That's why LA has been jumping. It's been us from the ground up. NFT LA. The list goes on and on. Sneaker. The list goes on and on. But that's why it's cracking here because we're making it crack. So
Yo, I actually like fully back you with what you're saying. Like, there is no one that like rallies together like Clonex LA, and it was like obviously the inspiration why like everything else popped up and why I did Clonex London. The problem is that I feel like in LA you've just got like the most amazing amount of clones that are like super talented at everything, like super creative, and I'm here stuck in London, and there's about 5 people left in London that has clones, and I'm like, come on, guys, let's do things. And no one wants to do anything because it's just raining here all the time. It's cold. People are like, I'd rather stay in and play Fortnite. So I I feel like you have got an advantage because everyone in LA is super cool and creative and fun. But all respect to you guys. I know you've been grinding since day one. So respect. I'm not trying to shade anyone.
Hey, we bring in that LA sunshine. But go ahead, Comp. Go ahead.
I've lost all my shillings at the market.
Shut up.
I'm glad he interjected for that. That was much needed. Brongis, what is up, my friend? How's it going?
Bronquis.
Hello, hello. How is it going? Everything good? I just wanted to say that, Fawn, you at least are in London. I'm in Italy, so I think that we are free in Italy, maybe four that we have clones, and everyone is, I don't know, one in the north, one in the south. So I think that it's really worse. Anyway, just wanted to say really quickly because I'm going to sleep soon that I love the colorway of the Ghost, and for sure I will take one. And I wanted to say that, as Fawn and Comp already said, that the girl loves this colorway because in fact I have to keep one to get one for my girlfriend too. So this is really true. And nothing much. I mean, I love the Ghost colorway, and I wanted to say that I really appreciated what the team did with everything. So just flowers to everyone, just love to everyone. I love this community. I love the things that we are building because we are the community. So I'm totally in love with everything, and I'm so inspired by this also to from Ali that yesterday published that Infinity art. I already did something with my clone that wasn't featured, but I make I made a render with my clone, and I use it with the backgrounds and all the things. So it's super, super useful, super, super easy, and everyone can use it. So it's really amazing to see all the things that we have in this community and the tools and everything. So just a huge thanks to everyone, and much, 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 much love to everyone, for real.
Definitely got to second the Ali praise. I know we were hyping him up in the last spaces, but it's well deserved again. Because damn, man, I don't think y'all. I don't know if anybody's done the math. I'm not one of those good math people. Don't judge me, but sorry. But the amount of variations that he provided for just like 40 clones with like all the different backgrounds and all the different like things you can put in front, like I honestly don't even know how many renders individually that is. Like I really can't even like I don't know I actually like don't even want to try and calculate it. Like this man, he gonna tell you it didn't take that long, but that's bullshit. Like it took him something. He was putting blood, sweat, and tears into that. So shout out to Ali because that Infinity Art thing, it's like,
I,
yeah, it's just
I totally
amazing.
agree, because you know what? This night I tried to make a render with my clone, and I tried to make the lights, because you have three lights for each, and it's crazy. I mean, the amount of time that you need to make what he made, it's I don't know, it's insane, bro, for real. I took like maybe 30, 40 minutes to make three renders. So imagine now, it's insane, for real.
Yeah, that's why we're definitely like you guys were saying in the last spaces. We're blessed to have just a group of people who are willing to just provide their talents just because they love what's going on here. And I don't think you find it in a lot of places. I think like one of my favorite things in the world is anime like remakes. Like that is one of the best things out there. People kill anime remakes and they just make them for no reason, and it's so sick. But like you don't really see people get anything out of it except for it's just like maybe you get a YouTube following or maybe you get some commission work. But it's cool here because I remember even telling Ali at one point, I was like, this is definitely gonna be the goal for Rtfkt to treat like creators like athletes like Nike does. And man, I've said it, he's right now he's a Michael Jordan for the group. I'm on the bench. I'm looking up at him, and I'm wondering how many damn laps I gotta run, how many layups I gotta do to get to where he is. But damn, he's the Jordan right now. I'm gonna give it to him. That's 110% guaranteed. So shout out to Ali. He's too goated. But
Kaz, would it be okay? Would it be okay if we actually, got a little bit more accurate? And I like the bench idea, but maybe water boy, or maybe like towel guy, or maybe like parking attendant. Come
hey
on
yo,
now.
not a fan
I
coming
know
out
you're.
here. This man coming in from the nosebleeds. This man yelling, throwing beer from the nosebleeds. Damn.
I had to, Kaz. I love you. I had to.
Nah, this is what we set up spaces for, so everybody knows what the real community looks like. Yo, let's start to Klaus real quick, and then we'll go to Dashi. Klaus.
Yo, what's up, Artifact fam? Hey, just want to give a huge shout out to everyone, all the creators that are, making stuff for the Murakami Pill Challenge. Man, I've been seeing some crazy stuff come out. Obviously, shout out Ali too, just like you guys were saying, he's done some amazing work with, the Infinity art. Like, I hope I can rebuild my clone from that. That'd be sick. But honestly, everything that's been coming out from everything artifact wise has been crazy, crazy good. I don't know where people are getting lots of their FUD from. Like, I don't know if people are FUDing the ghost because the ghost back personally. Like you guys were saying, the ladies are gonna love this pair. I also like light colored pairs. I think these are fire. Yes, I got the OGs. I got all three colorways just in case the voids were gonna go crazy on Shopify bots. I don't know, but I'm definitely gonna grab probably two pairs of these ghosts and maybe even another pair for my lady because I did grab her one of the Clonex ones, but I don't even think she's gonna like them, so I might just have to flip those later. But yeah, man, I kind of wanted to hop up really quick. I saw Freeze started off, saying how he would start out in this space kind of like a collector, and that's his mindset, and it kind of got me thinking, like, man, that's where my roots really started. Was I just started as collecting shoes and clothing and any sort of kind of like rarities of goods and and art and any sort of realm, and sneakers immediately caught my eye because my buddy was really big into SBs back in the day, and it kind of just got that whole sneaker train going, where all of a sudden you start with one pair, 5 pairs, 10 pairs. Next thing you know, your closet's full of shoes, and you're like, well, shit, man, I got to start moving some. And, I started flipping stuff, and then here I am now in Artifact because I was able to kind of flip enough pairs to kind of buy my way in. And obviously at the right time too, didn't pay what people were paying over COVID and stuff. And really happy to be here, honestly. I think Artifact is one of those communities that just carries through different levels. And I've watched lots of other projects going on, and I ain't here to like trash on any other project out there because I don't know enough about all the projects to really say good or bad. But what I know about Artifact is that they're pushing to make something more accessible to web 2 people, and let's as everyone says, normies, people that don't really know what's going on in this space. And I think that's really cool. Obviously we're fortunate enough to be a part of this space and be a part of this community to help them push along that narrative. And I think that's something that each clone holder needs to remember, is we're not here to keep this space super closed off from the world. And I know some people maybe wanted that way to kind of build their bags and get some more exclusive goods, which I totally respect. But at the same token, that's how the space grows. And that's how all of our, whether it's a JPEG or an NFT or a dunk, that's how all that gets big. Is we got to start pushing the narrative and help other people get on board with what's going on. And yeah, obviously there's other big things at play. People can say Nike's working pulling the strings behind everything, but at the end of the day, we're going to be the people that are on the ground that are talking to other people. It's face-to-face marketing is one of the first and foremost things out there. When you talk to someone else about a product, that's going to get them hyped versus just having advertisements or telling someone to download an app. Like talking with them about them, FaceTiming, whatever it is. That's how it gets big. But no, I just wanted to come up here and say, really appreciate all y'all, everything everyone's doing, and really hyped on these ghosts right now. I'm gonna see everyone hopefully at Complexicon on Saturday. I'm not really sure what's going out on Friday. I keep seeing something about Friday, but Saturday I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna bring my girl. Yeah, it's gonna be lit. I hope it's not raining like crazy because I did want to wear the Genesis or Air Force Ones, but I don't want to get them rained on. So anyway, that's all I'm gonna say. I hope everyone's doing well. Have a great one, and I do gotta head back to work, unfortunately, so I'm gonna step down and just listen to the rest of the space. But yeah, you guys have a good one. Peace out.
I was thinking about the same thing, wearing mine during the rain. I think those things is like tanks, man. A little bit of rain, it's gonna bounce
Speaking
off
of
the tanks.
spreading the love and the good cheer, I was looking, and there's 83 people in the room. I'm the unofficial host, co-host, um, and I'll come and take over a motherfucking space. But I'm just curious why there's only 8 reposts. We're literally 1/10. If you want people to please know more about this, these ghost dunks are super fucking fire hot. Please retweet the space. It's the only thing we ask. Thank you.
Ninja's our resident shill. He will shill, and he will let you know what's up. But I want to shout out Klaus. Appreciate you coming through, letting us know how things are going. It's always cool hearing different perspectives, and what you said reminded me of something of Freeze and how he was even talking about like the off-white stuff, where it's like people were hype on like Pyrex back in the day, and it was like something that was like super super low key, and then it built up into what he was doing with off-white, and it's all these like random things that people just get attached to, and we we here know this really crazy story with the OG and the ghosts, and I think some people are just genuinely gonna see like, yo, is this something I would wear with this outfit, or did I see someone that I like that had a fire outfit and I had to get it afterwards, or is your friend talking about it and just won't shut up about it? there's all sorts of ways it'll get spread, and I think it's cool that we're hitting on a lot of different things, and it'll just keep multiplying. It's slowly but surely coming. Everybody's kind of already predicted the future. I feel like it's just bringing it into fruition. But Dutchy, let's throw it to you, my guy.
What's going on, people? Yeah, I just wanted to. I know I keep jumping up on these spaces, but it's just I get inspired by what somebody says, and then I'm like, damn, it kind of triggers some stuff. But yeah, mainly like the Ali part, I already dropped some flowers. I want to say it again. In terms of the Infinity art, like when that dropped, I just kind of like started to just go through all the files, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, this thing is like never ending. And so I think Brongus or some actually maybe it was Claus or something was said that like not sure if it's possible to kind of make their clone if they weren't part of the featured set. And that was my first sort of thought. As soon as I downloaded the files, I was like, okay, is it possible to kind of like make it work? And so the first thing I did was I started experimenting, and I did one for Jay Lynn's. So I spliced together some different traits and was able to get him in there because he was using Benoit's clone, and he was like, oh, this is super dope. So I was like, damn, it'd be cool if I could like enable him to kind of experience like the excitement of it, even though I don't even have a clone myself. But yeah, so then it is possible to splice together traits. So I did, a couple people did kind of mention, I was like, hey, does anybody want one? And I noticed that, like, if you notice, I didn't deliver it just yet. So I just wanted to say that you were talking about the combinations. So I was like, okay, I want to do a bunch of these for some people who maybe not in the featured set, and I can kind of do some of these for them. And then I took a small little list of names, and I was like, I got you. Dre Millie being one of them. And so like, all right, well, if I'm going to pump out a bunch of these, then like, let me set up like a Photoshop. And I was going to export like a bunch of things for Dre Millie. And before you know it, I'm building this like Photoshop master file that has everything in folders, and I'm classifying everything by like lighting settings, like because some of them are warm tones, some of them are cold tones. So obviously you don't want to put like a warm light in a cold background. So I'm like organizing all this stuff, and then I'm adding all the layers, and I'm importing this. And before you know it, this is becoming this massive Photoshop file. The entire Bad Take episode yesterday, I was working for like 3 or 4 hours just trying to get this master file together, so that way I could quickly export them for people. So if you're on the list, I got you. I'm just trying to set it up so I can like do it really fast for people. But just this, like, as I'm thinking, I've definitely imported all the backgrounds now. And I'm like, oh my God, I still got 50, 40 more to go. All the overlays and traits. And it is like, when you really start to like drill through and look at all the details, I mean, it's just a massive undertaking. So big shout out. Also, I want to say, if there's any technical people in the crowd, like, the work that he's already done could be created into an export site in a weekend. So if you're like technically efficient, like it's possible to do so. But until then, I'm trying to do the next best thing, which is make a Photoshop file that can quickly add some stuff. And then, yeah, just this community is super dope because of like, I'm here for the culture and the creatives and not the flip. So I just love like making art, Blender stuff and all that. So that's kind of what brings me here. Fawn said about the Euro clones. So I'm going to make an informal announcement. In the next 2 weeks, I'm moving out of the US and I'm joining the Euro squad. So watch out. I'm coming. And so that particularly makes my Murakami pill challenge very difficult because I'm moving across the world, and then it's due at the same time as I'm moving. And then I'm trying to do these Infinity art exports for people. So I got to stop tuning into these spaces because then I end up getting distracted. But yeah, and then last thing, Freeze. So glad that you came up here and like talk that talk. I really love what you were saying about like the, that wisdom. I'll call it wisdom because of the, the way things appreciate from the OGs of comics and sneakers. I've been there. And that you got a buttery smooth voice that's intended for spaces So please come up more often. And also, like, low key, kind of know you from the Noids community. So like I know what your rep brings as well. So I think it's dope that you're here and all that stuff. There's just so many dope people are coming in. So yeah, I see like a new uprising of this community, and I'll get my clone as soon as I can. I'm working towards it, I promise. But until then, I'm gonna try to help the community with creative and technological skills if I can. So thanks for always welcoming me. My PFP, I made it. So until I get my clone, so yeah, I'll post renders and creative stuff and help out wherever I can. But big shout out to the MJ, Ali, and there's also other inspiring people I've heard talk, like Clue had an awesome Twitter space the other day about his design path, and it was just so much talent in this community. And that's what brings me here. So yeah, big shout out to everybody. I even see Dre from the Noid community. So what's up, man? Yeah, if you've been around Web3, you recognize a lot of these faces up here. So that means it's the bear. We ain't leaving. So get used to these faces because they're here for the right reasons. They're here for the culture.
Dutchy going to the UK. No. Say no. Congratulations, bro. That's what's up. What you heading over there for, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I'm actually not going to the UK. I'm going to Europe. I'm maybe, I don't know. I'm not completely saying exactly where just yet. I don't know. I guess we've been just trained that way in this space. But I will definitely probably open up a lot more, and I'll be more active on spaces and creating as soon as I get my sort of settled in. But yeah, I think been in America my whole life, and never thought that I would make a move like this. But yeah, I'm just interested to see a different perspective, and things change with the whole COVID situation. Everybody can work remotely, so like I've worked in tech and I worked in design, and so you start to think, well, what if what is a different sort of side of life? I've traveled but not ever lived somewhere else, and so um, then when things sort of changed, we had a fresh reset, and I was like, all right, cool. Like, what else is out there? And we started to sort of look around. What are the possibilities and all that stuff? And then we
Dutchy,
settled. Yeah.
I got a
So
couple questions for you.
yeah, cool.
So, first of all, I know I was down emojiing you because I was just playing you leaving America, but I was just joking because I get it. Trust me, I get it. A couple questions for you. Um, Number one, election year's coming up next year. Do you know something that we don't know that you're leaving America? Because I just need to know if I need to get out of here soon. You know, because it's a little cray cray. You know, so that's question number one, and then question number two is what would you because I know I've lived all around the world. I've traveled, and I'll say this: I'm saying this as Americans. I say this: I love my fellow American citizens, but as Americans, one of the most as an American, one of the coming back to America um, from living in other countries. One of the biggest things I realized was like respectfully to all the Americans in the room, that Americans are like some of the least cultured people that I've experienced. I'm sorry to insult people, Americans, but they just are. They just are. And so, like, anytime any one of my friends or anyone's like, "Oh, I'm about to leave," I'm like, "Go, leave, get out of here." Like, see that there's like a completely different way of living, a completely different way of like America's not it. We're not the best country in the world. Just because we have the strongest military currently, that doesn't make us the best. Um, so yeah, question number one, do you know anything? And question number two, like what would you what is your reasoning, I guess, why leaving America, and what would you say to someone else? Because I always encourage Americans to leave, at least even just to get out for a few months.
All right. Thanks for that. All right. So I guess I'll open up a little bit about it, but I also want to I'm keep it real, but I've lived here my whole life, and I love so much about America, and I've kind of gotten great opportunities and just great people. So it's not a it's not a USA FUD campaign or nothing like that.
But
So yeah, so I don't have the alpha on what's happening, but definitely some things that I've the undercurrents and some of the things that you start to look at trajectories concern me. And I never thought, like, ever in my whole life that I would ever like move out. I've traveled and all that stuff, and but I never thought I'd leave. And yeah, I was living in Miami, so so that's why I know about Basel and all that kind of stuff. And so yeah, I think the trajectory on well, the last few years I've been in the blockchain space, and I love it a lot, and I don't totally love the way that our country is sort of looking at it. Now, there is some encouraging things that I see popping up, but overall, it felt like a lot of the other countries around the world were positioning themselves as potential leaders, or at least more open. And like, I don't like technology being demonized. I've been in technology since very young, so I do not like the way that it's like looked at as like you're doing something wrong. And I feel like they're going to fall behind there. The Fed rates, interest rates, and all that stuff just continuously going up, inflation getting out of control, housing market for millennials and future generations. I just don't see it becoming more and more affordable. Something like the interest rate is like, if you get a $500,000 house, then with interest, it costs you $1 million, which just means you're buying two houses for the price of one. The medical system, all that stuff, like, all that stuff, if you're thinking about like your children or any of those things, I just feel like although you could become a billionaire overnight, I would love to see some sort of just basic, help. So somebody, when, the pandemic changed my mind about a lot of things. It's like, wow, people, they'll let you like fall super hard. Like, you know what I mean? So I think that all those trajectories concern me so much. And then also like cost of living is just kind of going crazy. And, I know you can like live in New York City and it could be the greatest. I know New Yorkers like love New York more than anything, but also there's another perspective of life, which is like, am I going to just grind I've worked in the high tech industries, and, your life becomes just work. And I started to think about like, those other things that you don't think of. It's like family, um, you know, being relaxed. And so when I traveled to Europe and other places, they were like, man, you Americans are crazy, man. You guys just work to live. Like, you don't have any time for yourself. Like, and then I saw tech innovations happening over there, and then openness to blockchain tech and all that stuff. And then I was just like, man, why am I going to just like grind myself to the bone to just have like a basic quality of life if I can work remote? And so I did everything I can to maintain my status in the United States, did a shit ton of paperwork and dual passports and all that kind of stuff. So that way I have hope that they'll turn things around. But man, the next election and kind of the way things are going, I think it's going to take some years to straighten out. And so for the first time ever, I was like, you know what? Why not see a different lifestyle? And then, maybe, come visit for the clone events or something like that. We can still do that and still do business and remotely over the internet, and just kind of like be more of a digital nomad. And then if things straighten out, cool, I'll come right back, no problem. But I just, in the meantime, don't want to experience what could be an upcoming like recession or collapse of the housing market, or just all that stuff is a little concerning. And so yeah, it's the first time I've taken like some sort of multi-year decision. So I don't know if I have the alpha, but just like track all those topics. And I feel like every day I see news that just doesn't make me excited about the future. So, but hopefully we'll turn around. But I think even the AI stuff, I don't see protections putting in place for how rapidly AI is growing. I think there's going to be a smack in the face first. It's not, how do you say, preventative? It'd be more like reactive. And so, yeah, you have autonomous trucks that are going to do all the importing, exporting, food that's going to be physically shipped by robots and shit. And then you have all the creative and lawyer jobs, and I mean everything is looking like that. And I see young people sort of yelling at the government saying, you need to think about this. And I just don't see them hiring the smartest people in the world, which they could be doing straight from Silicon Valley or something. But I instead see older and older people who are out of touch and are like 90 years old and can't function. So yeah, it stressed me out to the point to do something about it. So
Ninja's rugging during that, but I think that's you probably got a lot of people feeling the same. I think I was talking to 604 at one point, and he was telling me about how his wife gave birth and it was free. And I actually, like, my American brain couldn't compute the fact that his wife gave birth and it was like there wasn't a cost. And then he was like, "Oh yeah, and she got like 6 months or 9 months off of work." And I was like, "Bro, 9 months?" I was like, "Wait." Like, they pay people for 9 months without working? Like, I don't even want to. Yeah, that's a whole different topic.
and education and certification is free. Medical system, like I calculated what my insurance is going to be here for health, and it's crazy. And then over there, if you don't have insurance, you pay $10 or $20 to see a specialist. If you do have insurance, or the country insurance, it's free. And you're just like, what? Why? Like, and then to pay taxes and then just see them launch like $1 trillion out of the country. It's just like, what the hell? But anyways, I love this country. So many talented people, so much culture. Like, there's a lot of great things about America. It's just, I think it needs to,
Needs an
kind of get a
overhaul.
rebirth. Yeah, it needs I mean, you ever been to the DMV? You're like, what? You got, the government asking for people to fax stuff, and you're like, what the hell is going on? Like, we have AI and shit. Like, where are y'all at? So I just want young people to come in and just do super dope, overhaul of all that stuff. And then I'll be right back. You know what I mean? Repping, probably go to LA and hang with y'all or something.
Damn, I wish we could have caught Dutchy before he left. That would have been dope. But now he's on that EU squad, which we'll just go visit you over there. That's fine. I think it's
We
cool.
about to blow that shit up. Watch, Euroclone's about to go nuts now. Watch this. I'm gonna bring that US swag over there.
Hey, no, it's I think it's changing with the event stuff. We talked about it. The way it was before was because of, like, Dre brought it up, the just initiative that this Clone LA group all had, where a lot of people just kind of came together and made things happen, and every other kind of group started mimicking and making other things happen on small scale. But then, as like people need to scale things up, as you know, just actual like capital is needed to make ideas better. There's ways that Artifact's going to come in and help. So can't tell you exactly where the next like world tour or any event is going to be, but we definitely know that Asia, Europe, all these areas are on the list of need to be in the mix. So next year will be a lot of fun, I feel like, for people. But man, this has been a dope space. I feel like Secret Soapbox was the great like warm up for the real game. The real game was during the Secret Soapbox too, I feel like, and then it's just like this is just the cool down, chill, get to meet some new people like Freeze. Which if we don't have anything else, I think I might give the last word to Unc Freeze.
Word, appreciate you. Hey man, I just want to say I appreciate everybody here. I appreciate the warm welcome. Y'all don't know me from a can of paint, so I mean, Dutchy apparently knows me from the noise, but yeah, like I've been following a few of y'all for a minute. I know I've been following Ninja. I know I think I just recently started following Dre, but I feel like I've seen him, post a lot in the past. Whatever, I like some of his stuff. I fucks with people like that. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, you know, positivity rules everything, man. That's I've heard the term toxic positivity be used a lot, but I think people take that shit out of context, man. I tell my son this too. He's 23. He always got a chip on his shoulder. I don't know what the fuck for. He didn't grow up in the hood, right? You know, he graduated, like, you know, he got a job. He come on with a chip on his shoulder all the time. Like, why are you so angry? Like, man, you you get a lot more flies with honey than you do with shit. And I always tell anybody I see, you know, that I know look like they got a problem, bruh, you know, smile it out, man. You know, take it easy. Enjoy your life. You know, not everything's gonna go your way, but eventually you'll see it. You'll see the bigger picture. But I appreciate all y'all for real.
I'm officially
Bar.
giving Free the
Oh,
dad
that was the
of
outro,
Artifact.
Ninja. Y'all didn't know? You got the last word, bro.
Oh, my bad. I was
Shout out
just
to
giving him
Freeze.
the
You gotta
dad of
jump.
Artifact.
He gave me the dad roll, but hey, that's Freeze actually. What the hell? I don't know. It's the outro, bro. It's the outro.